All right. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast here today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Joe, One Point Podcast. Want to say it's a great Saturday morning here. Always good to see everybody ready to listen and hear and learn about what we have to share here today. Um, Today's podcast is going to be about what money can't buy. We hear about having that cash and being that money that people have and what you want to learn and what you want to earn. But there's some things actually that money can't buy. Money can't buy influence. Uh, if you have the gift that God has put within you, I mean, there's some things that money can't buy that. God gives you that gift and those talents and abilities to do the things that you do, and it's important that you know that. You can't buy that from God. So, what I want to start today with some good things to share with you is, hey, let's get into that presentation and get going. All right. So, what money can buy? Redefining what prosperity is. So, we're going to take a philosophical look at it with some research-based exploration for wealth architect. We have the financial advisor, which is, I'm a financial advisor, but I look at it as being the wealth architect. So we're building something for clients and customers that are out there that was something that truly matters. So when I sit down with the client, sit down with a customer, I'm looking at what I'm building for them from a philosophical way, but also building something not for just themselves. I'm looking at building something for their loved ones in the future, and that's going to last from one generation to the next generation. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so um, oh, too far past it. Yeah, here we go. All right, so uh, so looking for their happiness, looking for what's um, three things there. Open up a little bit more. There we go. So the heart of wealth. And look at the happiness. So the flat line for most Americans out there is this, even though the real capita per the income has tripled since 1960. So what people made in the 1960s versus today has tripled. So people are making money, but their happiness haven't increased very much. So you're still making more money than you made before, but their happiness hasn't increased as much either because they're like still making people are still living from paycheck to paycheck, and they're wondering why that's occurring. What's causing them not to be where they want to be? So you have to look at that and see what's going on. Then and the now what moment. The now what moment is faced now is if people are facing it now. They're arriving financially, but a deeper question to them is now what? And I think about it when I got out the Air Force. I said, okay, Lord, if you get to me this point right here, I'm going to, start my full time business. And I thought it was going to take me 10 years to go from one type of income to another. Took 2 years, and I was like, oh my goodness, man! It was like I'm at the income level that I wanted to be at. I thought it was going to take me 10 years, but it only took me two. My goodness, now what? So your achievement, you got to have a level that, okay, once I reach this point, now what's next? Because it's not about the level of income or money you make, it's what you're going to do with your life. Sometimes people, I'm going back here to grab their cash. Once you reach a certain income level, money level, that's superficial, so to speak. So you got the cash you want. What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with your future? How are you going to progress from that point? So prosperity meaning, it's like a well furnished emptiness. So once you get there, that income level, what's next? The balance sheet looks perfect, but something still seems missing after that point. What do you do next with it? How do you achieve more? What do you do more once you get to that financial point? People are making 100,000 a year. What do you do next? And then now this time, some folks may be struggling, but uh, you still at a point where you say, okay, what do I do next? So Harvard did a study, an 85-year study about adult development. The strongest single factor was the quality of their relationships. So even as you're growing in financially, even though you may reach a certain point in life, how are the quality of your relationships? What are the quality of your relationships? Are you still singing, still hanging with the same crowd? That's you look at it sometimes. Uh, they use this example sometimes, like crabs in the bucket. Now I can relate to it because I know how crabs are cooked. People don't like that, but one time when my mom was cooking crabs one time in Baltimore, right? She had all crabs in a bucket. And you cooking crabs, you got to put the crabs in a bucket. I mean, in a pot, and sometimes you got to put something heavy on the top. 'Cause them crabs be fighting to get up out of that bad boy. One time a crab got out the pot, boom, and got out the bucket and was on the floor. My mom left the house. She was like, "I'm out of here." Crab left the house, got out the bucket. My mom left the house. She was going across the street. Ready to get the crab, put it back in the bucket. Sometimes people are like that, man. They say, I am not doing this. But you gotta know you gotta. Well, I just said it because it's funny, but you gotta have a relationship with others that help you understand the quality of relationships, how you want to, so you won't be in that crab in that bucket. You want to have your quality of relationships. So roughly, if you're making 75 to 100,000 a year, is that enough for you? Is that enough for your well-being in life? Sometimes people get to the point they're making 75 to 100 grand and they've made it. Have you made it at that point? And does money solves your problems of scarcity? Because that's all money does, solves scarcity to a point. But it rarely solves the problems of meaning. What does it mean you get to the point where you're making 75,000 or 100,000 a year? What does that mean? Does that really solves your issues in life? Did that solve it for you? Is that the answer? All you know, all you've done, all you've been. Does that really solve it? In some cases, no, not really. So the invisible balance sheet out of making those monies. Sometimes the isolation carries some hidden things. Smoking cigarettes. People smoke. No, I know my mom did. There's 50 cigarettes a day, but it's not something that's a hidden mortality risk in between it. You smoke that much cigarettes, it's gonna get to you. Money is a substitute for vulnerability. Sometimes the more money you make, but it still hides the fact that you are chicken inside. This you think some of the billionaires they get up there. Yes, I make. I'm a billionaire. I have all this money, and I'm a billionaire status. But inside, you still a chump. Somebody says something to you, you crawl up into a corner somewhere. Even though you're a billionaire, if somebody say one thing to you, you kind of chump up and go into a corner. He said I'm fat. Well, if you are, you are. No, but some people kind of chump up about it. It just kind of hides your who you are as an individual. You can't take criticism. Can't take criticism. You know. But as an architect, wealth architect, when you helping clients and everything, our role is to help audit their relationship to wealth. Not just their financial portfolio, but you're looking at their relationship to wealth, letting them know how their financial portfolio is like an invisible balance sheet as much as a visible one, because their wealth is their worth and who they are. And you got to balance that relationship to who they are and what they're doing to how they are and how it relates to the society as a whole. Because sometimes people think that the money that they have is who they are, and it's not necessarily who they are, it's what they've done. And the thing is that if they think what they have is who they are, it doesn't relate to what people think they are. So you've done a good job. Truly, you've done a good job, but it's not who you are. It's a tool. Money is just a tool, and you understand that it is a tool, but you can use this tool to help others. And once you understand that what you've created is a wonderful thing, you can help others to become. How do you be successful? To help others win. And that's how. Help others win. You do what you've done to help others win as well. That's when you can become a magnet for success, a magnet for it, and help others win as well. When you help others win, you win um, exponentially. All right, health assets, the compounds before it collapse. So before you start to fall down and implode on yourself, uh, wealth cannot buy back time. Because sometimes you can get all that money and have everything, but then you neglect your health. Then you spend all that money on what you spend all that wealth on trying to get back your health, and you die before you realize, uh, or you expire before you realize the full potential of what you've created. So you can be a bazillionaire, and then you poof out there because you expended you didn't eat right, didn't drink right, didn't think right, and you're gone before you reach your full potential. The number one regret of clients in their 50s and 60s is they didn't take care of their health. And that's the single greatest regret. I'm 60. I feel good. I still got my own. Sometimes I still got my own personal pharmacy, but I was a firefighter in the Air Force. When the doctor tells me what I need to do, I do what I need to do. Why? God put doctors on this earth for a reason, so I listen to them cats. Not all the time, but I listen to them cats. Knowing that I got 9.5 grandkids, and I want to meet them all. I met them all, and play with them all, and talk to them all. Talk to them every day, really. I mean, talking to my grandkids all the time. But I want to be here for them so I can indicate their financial choices. So that's the number one. That's the number one regret the clients have. So I got to talk to them. I can't believe I got 10 grandkids. My God. I can't believe I got 10 grand, 9.5 grandkids. Man, that's just like crazy. Anyway, so integrate vitality in your plan, prosperity plan, um, your net worth, your balance. You have to have the energy to enjoy it. If you don't have the energy to enjoy it, it ain't even worth it, man. You got all that money and you can't go nowhere. You're sitting in a wheelchair. Can't get up and do nothing about it. Ain't no fun. You got $1 billion. You got to. Ain't no fun in that, man. Ain't no fun. You can't have no fun. Can't do it. Man, I done been in. I went to I went to Italy. I went to Thailand. Went to England. I'm gonna go to Japan. I done went to what's the thing called? Uh, um, what's that place? Hit Disneyland a couple of times. Crazy Disneyland, But you got to be able to have fun with it. You got to have fun with it. You got all that cash. You got to have fun with it and everything. Why? Why? Have your fun with your wealth, with your grandkids, with your grandbabies, and your kids, because that's what it's for. Go out there and visit them babies, man. Visit them and everything. That help you enjoy, help them enjoy, and it create memories that they can't forget. Memories. You remember, they remember, and that's the vital part of it. Because I was a firefighter in the beginning of my career, so I was crazy with the workout stuff. I worked six times. I worked out 6 days a week. But there's things that affect firefighters that I got exposed to that. So, but still, you have to have that vitality in your life to know you want to do things and have things happen to you. So I was crazy about working out. I was nuts about it. But that's that vitality part in your life that you plan into it so you can enjoy the future, your fruits of your labor. So there's experiences over possessions. That's the hedonic treadmill. So this is a guy named Glavovich. He did his research that the psychologists experience over experiences provide far more lasting happiness. So those experiences provide far more uh, ex- uh, lasting happiness over material things. So you think about it as you were a kid. You think about those things when you were a child. Now, as a wealth architect, you're talking to your clients about this as well. Think about those experiences you had far over those savings that you put together. So I was thinking about as a kid with how me and my uncle used to take us on trips to see our grandparents down in Charleston. So we were in Baltimore, we were driving to Charleston to go see my grandmother. And I remember one incident. Uh, Sorry, I'm telling my cousin Veronja right now. So we were driving down to South Carolina. My Uncle James was taking us down there. And it was like three or four of us in the car. We were driving down to Charleston, little kids. And Veronja, we stopped at what was that store called? I don't know, it was Pizza Hut or something like that. But Ron went inside the bathroom, and he used the restroom. So he went in there, but instead of pulling the door, he was pushing the door, and he was like pushing the door, and he's supposed to pull it. He was in there, boom, 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 in the bathroom, right, boom, 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 and he was crying. My Uncle James goes to the bathroom door. He said, "Veronja, is that you?" And Veron was like, "Yeah." He's a little kid, but we was cracking up. And that was a memory. Of course, I'm 60 now, so that was a memory I still remember to this day because that was that experience. And it's just funny that we can laugh at it over time. Now, Veronica is an old man now. He's over 50. But it's funny, man. It is funny. That time period, and it just grow richer over time because of Veronica, the grown man now. He got kids of his own and everything. But that is those experiences over the possessions over time that we have that you can just share. Now, I have my own grandkids, and we have our own stories about our own family trips that we've gone to go to trips that we taken to go to Disneyland and things like that. I ain't telling y'all that one. Anyway, but that's what experiences over possessions have. It creates those memories with your families, and that's something that money can't buy. That's experience. Money can't buy that. You have to experience it to do that, and that's the richness. That is what's rich over money. That experience. You and your kids, you and your grandkids, you get that only by having that experience, man. That's the only way to get it. That experience. You gotta have that experience, man. Sometimes it don't cost that much. Just ride down the road, ride down the street, going to the store. You have that, but have that experience. And that experience you have gets into your grandkids, your kids, and then they love you for that. But if you ain't got the time, you ain't fix it all together, you don't have it all worked out, then you ain't feeling it. Man. So the question is, it's not what can I afford, what can I remember? What can you remember the time you spent with those babies? What can you remember the time you spent with your loved ones? What's the time you can remember that you spent with your kids? That's what matters. Not how much you got, not how much you gave them. What was the quality time you spent with them? Even if you was at Costco, man, Costco got them $1.50, $1.50 hot dogs. Man, they love them going there just having that with you, man. I did that with my kids, did with my grandkids, and man, them cats remember that. That time sitting there and it's this is cheap, but for them it's like it's like it's just fun. This time you spent together. It's time you spent together. Those are the time that you took with your children, your grandchildren, and y'all spent time together, just chit chatting and doing your things. And how was it for you, Grandma? How was it for you, Grandpa? That's the time you can't make up. That's the time you can't catch up. That's the time you can't bring together. And I tell you, I love spending time with my grandkids, and they just get to talk and tell you what's going on in their lives. You get to share what's going on in your life, and it's memories that you can rewrite and experience with your children. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay, this last slide here, and then we'll move on. Uh, can I go to the next? It's not let me go to the next. Okay, here we go. Purpose and meaning of wealth. We'll end here, but we'll expand more next week. So, purpose and meaning of wealth outlast the labor. Those who have why to live can bear almost anyhow. So, why you live? There's a cognitive vitality, legacy, and philanthropy. Philanthropy. Yeah, I'm in front of the hood. Sometimes I bring up words. Uh, Direction over accumulation. So that cognitive vitality, you have a sense of purpose. Legacy, philanthropy, and mentorship. So you want to be a mentor to those that are looking to be like you are, looking to have what you have. Now, if you ain't got jack, you know you're on your way to getting something. You got to always have in your mind you're on your way to getting something. Direction over accumulation. You want to be able to direct your clients with a purpose. You're directing yourself with a purpose to accumulate what you want to, where you want to be. Now, I manage clients, and my clients their collective assets is $5 million. $5 million in assets under management. Me and my clients. That's small compared to some other clients, some other advisors, but 5 million still ain't chump change. So every week, every month, every year, every day, I'm working towards growing what I've started with my clients, with my other agents and others to get more of what? More experiences with their families, more opportunities with their customers, more information that I'm able to share with them so they can get to where they want to be with their loved ones as well. It's all about growth. It's all about experiences. It's all about having more to help with others. So we'll stop right here, and I'll continue more next week. And so I just want to go ahead and remind everyone that you can go to you can keep download this scan this QR code, become a member of the channel, help us continue to move forward, and help uh, just extend more, get more information, more knowledge and wisdom about what we have for us to say. I wanted to point out a scripture in the Bible. It says Proverbs 10:22, and it says, "Blessed is the Lord; it makes us rich and add no sorrow to it." So, if you got any sorrow coming to you, didn't come from God. He makes us rich. And if you got any sorrow, didn't come from Him. Riches comes from God. So, download this the scripts. Join us as a paying subscriber to the channel. Helps us keep things going for you. Other thing is a second edition of our my book trilogy. It's the Sapphire edition, and it's building financial legacy. First one is building financial literacy. Literacy lasts a lifetime, and then legacy lasts for generations. So once you get the true meaning of financial literacy, you get that information and you transfer it over to your children's children, and it continues for generations. So I'm writing the third book, which is building financial legend, and so that's going to help create more a legend for yourself, a legend for your family. So when they say your name, they know your story and they know what you develop for your whole generations. And lastly, I have here the Actionable Money app. The Money app combines all three of the information uh, in the trilogy, and you have different money models there. You have the Rule of 72. You have the decision model, the behavior model. There's also videos on there about winning versus learning. There's a host of things in there that you need to listen to over and over again to get within your mindset to understand and understand why money is a tool and how to use that tool to help you better win. So all those things are there that you consistently can review and understand to help you stay abreast of the philosophy I have about building financial literacy. So with that, I thank you for hanging out with a brother, hearing what I have to share. Even though I do have a doctoral degree, a PhD, I still I'm still very level ground. I still very uh, kind of common with the way I share things because just the way I am. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm from the inner city, but I still do my best. I stay level with the way and how I share things. And I hope you got some great information from today's podcast. Hope you learned some things that help you out as well. Go to our website, gain more knowledge, information. Download my app and learn some more. And I'll see you again next week. Same bat channel, same bat time here on the On Point podcast. See you guys again next week, and hope you have a good one.